I'm Mark Bailey, along with Dr. Jorge Porras from eStudy Site, and today talking about depression. Different than getting the blues, because everybody feels down a little once in a while. Define it for me.
Well, depression, I think we all have felt mood changes like blue and down, but depression or clinical depression is more serious. It has a lot of other symptoms such as change in your appetite, change in your sleep, change in your desire to do things that you normally...
A lack of joy in life?
Right, and people around you can notice it. When you notice it yourself and it's something that you can kind of break through, it's usually not a serious depression, but once people around you start to notice it, it is something that is much more serious.
It affects your ability to function and how successful you can be, and in serious cases, we're talking about suicide.
Right, and it's a very common condition. The National Institute of Mental Health states that there are about 19 million Americans that have depression every day. And if you think about it, there's 15% of people who have major depression have suicide attempts as part of the disease. And that's where it becomes much more serious.
It becomes truly life-threatening. Now, I know medications have made huge advances in this area, but it would seem to me, not being a doctor, but if you're depressed, you might be reluctant to even seek treatment.
Right.
You might throw up your hands and say, oh, what the heck.
Right. I think that's one of the problems with the disease itself, is it gives you apathy, and you just don't have the wherewithal to get up and go and do something like that. And many times the depression goes on and gets worse. About 80% of the people who take medications for depression get better. And, of course, that's not 100%, and we're not there yet, but that's pretty good.
That's a pretty good percentage, absolutely. You can give people a lot of hope in that area. Is it at all different with the elderly?
Yes. As we get older, our brain changes, and the stressors of getting older changes. And as a result, some of the statistics about what we mentioned earlier, suicide, increases with that older population. They have stressors with changes in their brain, changes with finances, changes with their health, and all of those things add up to serious depressions.
All right, if folks want more information, the phone number has been on the screen, and they can go call that, and certainly you can go to eStudySite.com for any questions on this, and for information about clinical trials that folks might want to get involved with as well.
Right.
Dr. Jorge Porras, as always, thank you.
Thank you.